So I'll just do a timestamp and date stamp. Welcome to the City of Tacoma's Events and Recognitions Committee meeting of Wednesday, June 16th. And I will share my screen so that Jessica can see the agenda and you all can see the agenda.
Thank you.
You bet. There, can you see that okay? Is it big enough?
I can see it, yes.
All right.
All right.
That's all yours.
It's my second time. So here I go. We would like to, or excuse me, I would like to acknowledge that we rest on the traditional homelands of the Puyallup people, where they make their homes and speak the Lushootseed.
Lashute seed. Just think Lashute seed.
Language. I would like to ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second that.
Perfect. So we are approved. All right. And so then it looks like I get to move into my co-chair comments. I would like to thank Kala for doing so amazing today and helping me through the TV Tacoma situation. That was a new fun thing, but I'm really excited, and it will air this Friday. And we got to do a plug there for Juneteenth, which I feel like has been a little neglected, but and Stephanie, thank you for everything you've been doing. We'll get to that in a little bit, but yeah, this is my second meeting leading this, and so I apologize if it's still a little bumpy.
Jessica, when will that air again?
This Friday, I believe. Kala, is it at 6?
No, I think it airs at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. But let me Fred will send us the link.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was tomorrow, so I probably have it down wrong here in the staff update. It's really the 18th.
And then we will I think, or no, I'm confusing Juneteenth. Sorry, I was thinking about things we were talking about, that it was going up on different platforms, but that's our event.
Yes, City of Destiny, that's correct. Okay.
Okay, so new member introductions. They're not here.
We did invite them. A couple of them already had
Okay.
other things planned for today, and they don't technically start in voting positions until July 1st.
And
so they'll be at our next meeting.
And we have 4 new members, correct?
Yeah, I'll give you an update on that because that has changed.
Oh.
Anyway, moving right along.
Moving into staff updates.
All right.
And Tim has requested some.
Yeah, so she's not able to, I don't know if she's going to be able to attend. She and Adam are like working on so many things right now. It's crazy. But I did want to mention that she is having, I think it's Friday afternoon, sometime on Friday, they are reviewing the RFPs for the whatever organization they're going to choose for the theaters. So I don't know if you saw on Facebook, but Tacoma Arts Live has declined to participate in the RFP. And that happens, it's happened before. And so what Kim is doing is she has had this RFP out for quite a while. And somebody's trying to call me. And they're just getting around to this point where they're ready to review. And she would respectfully invite one of you to participate in that review. I know, she said, I know it's really last minute, and she apologized for that. If anybody's interested and available, I will get more information from her soon.
Carla, and
Well,
what, I'm sorry, what was the date that she needed this by?
on Friday. So I think what she would do is I don't know how she's managing the review, if she's sending the responses out to everybody ahead of time, or if it's all going to be done, together in one Zoom meeting. That makes sense. And Jessica, I thought of you and Alicia just because you both have, some experience with event spaces, managing event spaces, and there's Tammy. And then also with the ballet, actually being one of those, what are they called? A foundation partner or something, the nonprofits for the theaters.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy, welcome.
Hey, Tammy. I'm willing to help
Sorry,
Carla in
I'm
the
late.
way that I need to. So just let me know.
Okay.
Friday, pretty open, except I have a noon. I can't really skip.
I'm going to send Kim a message right now and just say, Tammy, are you sitting in on the RFP reviews for the theaters?
No, I'm not.
You're not, okay.
Is
I'm
Kim
gonna-
not on yet? I know she's intending to get on.
Oh, she is? Okay, well, then I'll just wait till
Yeah.
she gets on and we'll get all that.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry, we were just interviewing for our marketing coordinator position, and it just went a little bit long, but I believe
Oh.
Kim's gonna hop on shortly.
Okay. Do you want to go first on the staff update then? Since it's fresh in your mind?
An update on our marketing coordinator?
Well, just
Hi.
social media in general.
Sure. So I'm continuing to muddle through it, and I don't think I will be
too.
receiving any awards for social media, but we have had some great engagement, and I just adore the stories of
Mhm.
all the recipients for the City of Destiny Awards. So we've been posting those. I still have several to do before the show airs on June 26th. So I plan to make sure we get all of those done. And then I know Juneteenth was something we wanted to try and provide some social media support, and I need some more direction from the committee on what we want to do with that. And I know we're running out of time, so if
I wanted to actually mention that I attended the proclamation on Tuesday evening with the city council and the mayor making the proclamation recognizing Juneteenth. And so I got some information that I'll send to you. And I'll probably do a little research on it. One is from the Caballeros Club. And then which is having an event. And then also there's a Legally Black gala that I'm going to look up on. And that's on Saturday as well. And then of course, Candace Wesley's Juneteenth celebration in Wright Park. I got confirmation that that's happening. And Stephanie, you sent something. So I've got that, right? You had one thing, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you to Stephanie because she's definitely gone above and beyond and sent many lists to us of people we should reach out to. And so I apologize if I've dropped the ball on that. And I do think that we can still get some great social media content between now and then together. So thank you, Stephanie, for that amazing list of people.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Tammy, so that it's not this huge burden for you in this last minute 11th hour, what would you like from me and anybody else to post?
I think if we can help to amplify these, I think you mentioned 3 events that are going on, by just providing a little bit of information to the folks that follow us to say, check this out, that would be great. And if you can just point me in that direction, we'll be able to do that before the weekend.
Okay. I'll spend a little time on that after this meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
That would be great.
And when do you think you're going to have a decision on a new social
A
media
new marketing
coordinator?
So we interviewed 7 people. We did that all by Zoom, and we've had 2 in person, and we have a 3rd in-person interview scheduled for Friday. we have awesome candidates. So I hope we'll make a decision very quickly and then have someone in July, which was our target. So I think we're on track to have someone here in July.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Yes.
Excited to meet that person. I'm going to be at the Dome tomorrow, by the way. I mean, on Friday, by the way. Anybody-
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
So-
Then you can have a sneak preview of
Okay.
our potential new marketing coordinator.
And yeah, Tom and I are going to work on some stuff together. So just FYI.
That's great.
Anything else from your side of the?
I
Thanks.
think that is all. Thank you all for being patient with me with my social media rudimentary skills. we will have an expert here soon.
No, I've enjoyed them. I think they're great. And have the rest of you been able to go on TVE's Facebook or Instagram accounts to see those? Are you following them?
I am following. I did a bunch of likes today. And Tammy, again, thank you so much for everything. And
Mhm.
again, Carla, like you guys really support our mission and our everything that we're out to do. And without you guys, I don't even know what that's.
I know,
There-
same here.
There's such great stories to tell.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah.
enjoyed reading them and then being able to share them with the community. So I look forward to us being able to do that even on a much bigger scale as we grow the audience. So.
Yeah.
Yes, great job, Tammy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys. You're too kind. Thank
And
you.
it really is just so important, I think, to have the social media. I've just noticed that a lot with so many. I think Tacoma's really doing well at different people posting different things about the city, just whether it's the city of Tacoma or it's downtown Tacoma partnership or people like that. But it's been really nice to see people coming back and just I don't know, the world coming alive again. So thank you all for what you're doing. It's heartwarming.
Yeah, it is. That's what,
Yeah, I think downtown Tacoma partnership, they're doing such a good job, but all these positive stories about positive people in our community just it makes all of us better. So I'm enjoying it.
so I wanted to give you the sort of rock my world update on competitive funding applications. Of course, that closed on June 4th. And I got to tell you guys, I'm a little blown away. I have complete applications. I have 32, I think it's 32, which is daunting to say the least. And then there's a handful that are really woefully incomplete. And I don't know if I'm going to get more information from the applicants, but I'm going to have to reach out to them this week or next week and just say, you know, if you don't get me this stuff, I'm not handing this over to the selection panel. And since I mentioned the selection panel, I'm also looking for up to 4 of you. It could be 2, it could be 3, but people who are willing to read through all of that documentation. It's fairly fast to get through. Because most of it's, you know, answers on and questions and answers in a PDF format. So that's something that I will reach out to each one of you individually just to sort of talk about what that looks like, because it's going to be an important role, and it's an important role for this committee to have.
Yeah, Cal, what is the date or the timeline for that?
We need to have selections made and I guess delivered to the recipients by the end of July.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's not very much time, but it's the middle of June and
It's not very much.
it's not that much time. When they do the selection for arts funding, they do it all in one long day where everybody used to sit around a table and now they sit around a Zoom room and go through each one at a time. So what I'm going to just plan out over the next little while, I'm going to plan out how that meeting is going to look, whether it's going to be one meeting or more than one meeting, and how I'm going to deliver all of these applications to you guys that are on that committee. And then I need to invite some people from outside of our organization and other staff to review those as well. So I will work on that side of it. It took me longer than I expected, a week and a half instead of like 3 or 4 days to get through all of them and read all of them. But I was packaging them into PDF binders. It's, and just trying to understand, like some people sent me their annual report that was like, it was 200 pages long or something. And I'm like, when you're writing a grant, don't you carve out the relevant information and copy and paste that into the grant application? You don't attach a 212-page document, but I did not put those in the binders, by the way. That's not the way I work, because that's not okay.
But I think something, and this is, not to put another thing on our docket, but I think it would be nice to be able to help people figure out how to do these things online. I think that a lot of times we're moving towards more internet and digital applications, and people get confused and they don't know how to navigate that. I've heard that from, from the Tacoma City, like construction people, just people who are trying to like apply for things, and now it's all digital and they just have a difficult time knowing how to navigate through that. And so I just think it would be, I don't know, even having a class for people, like this is how you apply.
What I learned,
this is what you don't need.
Well, what I learned from the Q&A sessions, where there was, a handful of people at each one of those sessions, is that they really appreciated that time with me, an hour and a half to answer their questions. And and those are the ones that actually submitted complete applications. So I feel like that was getting closer to what you're describing, and absolutely agree. So I learned a lot. I learned that SurveyMonkey, even though it was only $130 for the year, is not a great tool to use. It works, but I also learned that in reviewing them, and you'll see this yourselves if you should volunteer to be on this selection panel, that there's just far too many questions that overlap each other. And I was appreciative of people saying, see question number, fill in the blank. You already asked me that. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was really important at the time I was putting it together, but it's so clear when you're on the other side of it. So anyway, more on that to come. Stay tuned. And then I just wanted to remind you guys, we will send you the time and the link for the City of Destiny Awards appearance that Jessica and I recorded with Fred Yomes this morning, and Amanda, of course, the wonderful Amanda, which isn't on June 17th. That's tomorrow. It's on June 18th. Jessica, you did a fabulous job.
Thank you, as did you.
You did not come across as nervous. You read everything. You were completely understandable. I know. I was nervous because Amanda was pointing out that she could hear my husband's Zoom meeting going on in the background, and there's nothing I could do about it. And I was like, deer in the headlights.
I know.
That was awful.
Wild. I've done a lot of performances in my life, and it was more nerve-wracking than anything I've done.
No.
Really. So weird, but I don't know, Zoom is weird, and like trying to convey messages to people through Zoom. Like having an interview like that. We all have learned how to talk like this, but like, I don't know, being like, oh, this is going to be on TV. Hi, I'm Jessica. Like, kind of nerve wracking, but thank you. And I really, Kala, appreciate all of the notes, and everything that you sent to me was amazing. So thank you. You really keep us in line.
I try. Hey, Jennifer, are you there? Do you want to give a really quick update on where we are with City of Destiny Awards?
Sure.
That's good news.
It is good news. John Miller was recording today at 3 o'clock with the MC, all of his parts. And then it's just final editing. So everyone's been recorded. Most everyone was recorded in the studio. There was a couple that weren't, one of which is because she's in Australia. But all the recipients actually have their awards in hand, except for her, because she's in Australia. I have that one. But all of the pieces are good to go. I saw that Calla sent me a press release today. So I'll be getting that out to all of the participant or all of the awardees as well, just as a final kind of my final communication with them so that they know how to watch the program and congratulate them again. They were all delightful to work with this year. I think I might have explained that last month, but last year it was really a challenge. And of course, this time last year was really a challenge. But this year's group just very, very responsive, got right into the studio when TV Tacoma folks were ready for that. John and the whole team at TV Tacoma have been fantastic in all the editing. You know, everybody sent in great pictures. So I'm really excited to see it. I haven't seen all of the bits, like I haven't seen the awardees acceptances. So I'm really excited about that. And then we had Stephanie and Johnson do a musical piece. She actually did 2 songs in a row. They'll play together, but so good. I mean, so good. I can't even. She recorded it just for us. And so, you know, she makes some very comments, very direct, you know, to the awardees, which is, it's so cool. And then the new Tacoma Poet Laureate also did a poem that I believe is going to kind of kick off the event. And then Stephanie Ann will be in the middle of the awards. And so I'm really excited to see it. So I think we're right exactly where we wanted to be. And again, I can't thank the TV Tacoma folks enough. They're just fantastic. So did I miss anything, Calla? I think you're muted.
So I'm looking at something. I'm looking at the agenda and it's not helping me. I can't think of anything else that's important right now. I know that our media and communication office social media person Golden Doles is going to be managing the Facebook live stream. And so if there are questions and that kind of thing, then she'll record those. I think that's
Right.
how it works. Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so nice just to have all the multiple options, right? Watching it on your computer, on TV Tacoma, watching it on YouTube, watching it on your TV if you have TV Tacoma, right? I mean,
Right.
and on the Facebook. So I think it's really fantastic to push it out there. And then it'll be replayed as well. I don't know about the schedule on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jennifer, is there any sort of, I don't know, ask for the awardees to be posting like live on Facebook as they're receiving their award? Or do you know what I mean? Like they're getting their own little Grammy party, if you will.
Yeah, we haven't done anything like that. And you know, it's interesting you say that. I thought about it a little bit because I do a lot of virtual events. But typically, the virtual events for the nonprofits that I work with that we've been doing for over a year now, we kind of best practices learned to limit those to only one delivery method, because then all your chat is together, right? Instead of splitting your audience in 5 ways. And in this case, the audience really is split. So I don't even know where I would tell them to post, because they'll, I would think, send out the press release I send them. And like, I mean, even one awardee's parents might watch it on TV, whereas she might watch it on her laptop, you know? And so I haven't figured out how to like
Do we
say
have
that in a way.
do we have like a hashtag? Because I know sometimes that helps me. So when I'm like during someone's wedding, like here at Courthouse, I always have them have like a hashtag for their wedding,
Right.
whether, you know, Gina and Jim, blah, blah, blah wedding. But
That's a
it
good
it
idea.
helps because then you can search, or not even search it, but it does clump it together a little bit,
Right, that's a good idea.
which I think would help us if we wanted to like create clips of this is what it looked like. Because then we could go to Facebook, we could go to Instagram, Twitter, and just search on that hashtag, like City of Destiny Awards 253 or something, and then have that footage there.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We might want to put the year in there so that it's individual from different years. That's a
And we
good, that's
do-
a really good idea.
We also play, it's on YouTube after the fact, so people can make comments there
Yep.
if they watch it after the fact. So,
Mhm. They can live chat while it's live streaming.
yep.
As a premiere, so, and that will remain with it forever too, so.
Sorry, so one other question on that, is there someone that is watching, or is there someone that's watching the live stream on any of the,
From the MCO, yeah, Golden from our MCO office. She's
Okay.
sort of like, she does all the social media for the city of Tacoma's Facebook. And what she does is she monitors it mostly because she doesn't want anything untoward to be posted there. And so,
Right.
when you make a comment, it gets moderated before it gets put up, right? So that's her role.
And I would think, yeah, so, because you want that on both Facebook and on YouTube, where you can kick somebody out if you want to, and then, I would be the one that would probably watch it on YouTube. That would be how I would roll. So, yeah, that's interesting though. I will think about that, because I would love to give them as much, interaction as they can possibly have. It's such a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, what we can do, I think there's a Facebook event.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna look that up. How about that?
I think there is, and there's a YouTube premiere, so that's hasn't been scheduled yet. I don't think there's a link to that yet.
So what I want to do
You have to be
is,
done with it first.
yeah, so as soon as John's done with it and he's ready to publish it, then we can send that link to all of the awardees.
Yep, and I will do that, and like I said, all except for the one that just literally just left for the Air Force Academy and is in boot camp.
Boot camp.
The rest of them will be watching live and in person.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions about that, you guys? I don't have anything else to report for staff update, and if Kim does come on, we'll ask her to make her statement about, yeah.
Great. If you need me for anything else, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute and turn my screen
Okay.
off.
Thank you. Okay, Jessica, take it back.
all right, so now we're at our annual retreat, and Kala did send out a doodle poll. I filled it out. Kala, do you know how many people have Stephanie filled it out?
Stephanie, Rosie gave me feedback. You're not available at any of those times because you have to give 31 days notice if you're going to take a day off or a half day off, right, Rosie?
Correct.
Okay, so what I might do is add some other dates in later July, hoping that I can get feedback from people before that 31-day deadline. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do that for you.
Thank you, Kala. And Kala, I also have kind of a request. I pretty much, now that it's wedding season, will only have Mondays off, Sundays if I don't have an event. So Mondays are kind of out for me forever. Like it's just.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
I have to have a recharge day, which is hard for me to say that to people, but I do. And I mean, honestly, if a Monday is the only day that would work, I could make an exception, but Mondays would be kind of out for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That's fine. And Rosie, is there any other day of the week that doesn't work for you, assuming that it's past that, farther away than that 31 days?
Just that. And then a
Okay.
question, is there a possibility for us to do it like on the weekend?
That's what we've always done. I didn't want to take your weekend days away, but that's what we've always done. We always did it on a Saturday. And it works really well when you're in person. Maybe we can do it in person this time. I don't know. I mean, we might be
I'm
able
open
to.
for I'm open for a weekend if that works for everyone.
Awesome. Okay. And then you don't have to ask for the time off, right? Is that your point?
Yeah.
And then Jessica, what about your weekends though?
Weekends
With
can be
weddings and,
weekends can be kind of weird, but with enough time, kind of like Rosie, I can
Mm-hmm.
find staff to cover.
okay.
So it really just depends on that. And then also, if we're looking to do something in person, I have a really great couple spaces that
I know.
are big and we can socially distance for those who still would like to participate in that.
And there's places to eat where
There
we
are.
get,
Yeah.
because I always feed everybody breakfast and lunch. If we do it, early in the day, if it's later in the day, then it's
well,
lunch and cocktails.
Yeah, well, I'm
Not with my P card though. Okay,
let me know if I can help facilitate a space, but
Yeah.
I would say weekends are probably better for me. Also,
Okay.
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to know that. So I will look at that calendar again and resend it with some additional options.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. And July weekend. And I won't do Sundays because I know people go to church and I don't want to eat into Sundays.
The only weekend for me in July is my Lavender Festival weekend. I won't give it up because I had to give it up last year.
What is it? What's the weekend? So I don't,
July 16th and 17th.
okay. But not July 16th. There. I want to go to the Lavender Festival too. Is that the one on Vashon or the one up in Squim?
Squim.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nice. All right. So subcommittees.
Yeah.
You don't have a quorum anymore because Chris had to jump off. So if you want to kind of rush through this and then I don't know if you guys want to have an open discussion, but there isn't anything else that you need to vote on in this agenda today. So it's your call.
Okay. I guess I would like to talk a little bit about subcommittees, just because really Juneteenth is on my mind. Is that part of it? Kala, can you scroll down a little bit on your
Yep.
screen?
Yeah, hold on.
Perfect.
Is that
Oh,
good?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you. So subcommittees report out. So the member handbook review and revision, I feel like that's a little bit on pause. Okay. So fundraising, that is still in motion. We're working on that. And Kala, I should probably get with you to create some sort of meeting. I feel
Recurring meeting.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
our recurring meetings for a lot of the subcommittees, or at least the ones I'm a part of, and this is not like, I'm not trying to criticize, it's just, I feel like we've lost the traction of it all.
Yeah, the momentum. Okay.
Yeah. And for me, I know with my schedule, it's always easier if I have just a standing monthly or
too.
weekly or bi-weekly, whatever it is, like just so it's in my calendar always. Because my calendar does fluctuate a lot, as I know we all do. But I just want to make sure we're on top of this. And I feel like some of this needs to be pulled in
Okay.
a little tighter.
I can definitely do that.
And again, that's honestly a reflection of myself, not on anybody else with the committee at all. So exploring new event possibilities for Juneteenth. So I feel like that is probably the biggest thing we should discuss. And Stephanie, thank you again for giving us all of the lists of Black-owned businesses that you did that would want to participate with us, and just giving some sort of explanation of how they feel about Juneteenth.
Now
Stephanie,
that part didn't come from me, Black-owned businesses.
oh, I thought,
So I had made contact with 4 organizations.
Mhm.
I thought that's right. 4 organizations, and a couple of them are having events. Did I forward something else to you? Maybe my
no,
mind.
maybe I'm wrong. I saw some beautiful lists of people that we should be reaching out to for Juneteenth. I thought it came from you.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
there's been several emails, so I don't.
I know. Oh, just welcome to my world. So I've
Yeah.
had a senior moment every time.
Stephanie,
dear.
I apologize, but I swear I saw some really beautiful emails from you that were talking about this.
Oh, no worries. I did send an email out to everyone the other day, and I talked to Senator Nobles, Urban League.
Mhm.
Still waiting to hear back from Cynthia from the Black Women's, Colored Women's Club.
Oh,
And
Cynthia Morris?
You- Pardon?
Cynthia Morris?
Yes, I believe that's her last name.
Yes, I am good friends with her. I
Oh,
can reach
okay.
out to her as well.
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen that they're doing anything. And then the Wright Park flyer, I think I forwarded that. But I think Kayla, you already have that information.
Yes, so I'm just pulling up to see what,
What I sent.
no, I'm pulling up so here's the,
You might want to remind me too.
Juneteenth celebration at the, Ray Gibson's Caballeros Club. Has anybody ever been there?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's
It looks like-
Caballeros. It's Caballeros Club.
Caballero?
Caballeros.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, I don't know if they've done any updates to it, but it's one of the community hangouts, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I met with them years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, those were things that came up at the council meeting, because the gentleman that Tim Pearson was on, he was accepting the proclamation. And then I'm going to look up one other thing. Bear with me. And then I can send the links to you guys, and I'll send stuff to Tammy as well, so that we can just put up a couple of these
So
events or a list with
Well-
links.
while you do that, can I ask a quick question? So for the Juneteenth, I know this is going to be social media heavy. If we were to, because I do have some businesses within the courthouse I could go to probably tomorrow. And can I record with my phone? Like, what does Juneteenth mean to you? Can I record things, send them in? Does that help? And just because I know we're hitting the wire, and I feel like for me at least, with opening again, coming back from COVID, this last month has been insane on top of insane. So I apologize, because I feel like I've let the committee down in this sense, but I would like to try to get at least the social media presence out there. So back to my original question, would recording people and sending it to Tammy or to you, Kala,
Yep.
would that help, or is that a waste of time? Like, how can we make this happen in a beautiful way that works for everyone?
So I have just one thing, Callum, and again, I could be completely off base here, but I don't know if the city would require releases from people. Do you?
Tammy, do you know? Photo releases or video releases?
I do not know. And I think we also just have to be aware of what is our connection to posting something. And also another side of it too is that I don't have the ability to edit video or anything. I mean, I could post something if you have something that's edited and ready to go, but I don't have that skill. And to try to find somebody to do it externally would be a challenge. And I think what we had talked about before was trying to use the platform we have to put attention on some events that could use the support. And I feel like that makes sense for this as a committee, that we're helping amplify events. So I'm not saying that, no, we shouldn't do that. I just want to talk it through, I guess, to make sure it makes sense. And if we can actually execute it
Is there any
from
way?
the technology side.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is there and with that being said, this wouldn't be edited exactly, but is there any way with the hashtags, with something like that, we could put out as a committee and on our pages, hashtag Juneteenth 2021, and have people just kind of put up their own posts, and it's just, with some sort of, maybe if we could get someone to make a graphic or something that's like, we're trying to come back, as Cal and I were discussing today on TV Tacoma, we're trying to come back on track for 2022. We really still want to celebrate 2021. Supply us with photos or your own stories or whatnot, because that also really would give us and lead us to a larger group of people that might start following us if we were asking for them to participate in this. Are there any thoughts on that?
I think that's great.
So we would be asking members of the community to use this hashtag, and if we saw something that we thought worked, we would then share it from, okay, got it.
And I don't think we have time for anybody to come up with any graphics, but if anybody, nobody probably was at the council meeting yesterday, but they had some pretty standard Juneteenth graphics behind them. So there's some, and also they had some pride stuff that was, on the screen behind them. So yeah, I can do a little search on some of that too. There's one from graduatetacoma.org, and it's just Juneteenth Freedom Day, June 19th. And it's got great color. That was what the mayor had up behind her as her background. So I'll send links and a couple of graphics if you guys want that.
Okay.
I don't know how to create a useful hashtag. I mean, so suggestions would be welcome.
Yeah,
What did you say, Juneteenth 253?
that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense to me. I think that would be
And
a
then,
good one.
yeah, and then that way, even if there's stuff going on in, other towns or cities that are in the 253 area code, they'll be included as well. I see that happen every once in a while because Tacoma's not the only 253.
And that might, we think we are. And that might be a really nice tool to be able to pull for next year or other events that we might have happen, just people that, want to support that. So yeah, I'm a hashtag person when it comes to trying to get people to participate. I think it helps.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, that's my task. Yeah, I found a bunch, not a bunch, but I found a number of things here that I think are really useful. Metro Parks did a proclamation. So, and then I'm supposed to get a copy of the proclamation from yesterday, but I still haven't gotten that. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get that. So we can, I don't know, post an image of it or something.
Did you requested that from MCO or?
Yeah, Katie Foster was supposed to send that to me.
Okay.
She was actually supposed to send it to me last week, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
We don't have any public attendees, just so you know.
Perfect. So awardee selection process, no activity expected until November, and communications. Is there any? I feel like Juneteenth is our big hurdle right now.
Yeah, and I can work with MCO, with Media and Communications, to see if they have any suggestions for MLK. They've done a really good job of coming up with something new each year, but it's usually based on the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a theme yet, and it doesn't look like we'll have one until the end of July. So I might just have them do something with what they have and tweak that for you guys to consider.
Mhm.
And then I can share that at the next meeting.
I like it. Okay, let's see. So no public comment, Calla, do I just move forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Open discussion. Does anyone have any topics that were not represented on the agenda? No? Perfect. Items for future agendas. Calla, our next meeting is when we will have our new committee members?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And then, so they may or may not be invited to this retreat.
No, I think they're eligible to vote as of July 1st.
Okay.
So I would definitely want to invite them.
Mhm. Perfect. And just, this is kind of a question of my own. Anyone have any mask issues? How's everyone feeling with the masks coming off and vaccines and things like that? I know we all work in public areas. I'm just wondering how we're all doing with that.
I think it's going well. It kind of created two different type of folks at work, right? Because we're allowing, as long as you show your vaccination card,
Mhm.
you can not wear your mask, and those who didn't have to wear their mask. So some of us who are, except I didn't do that quite today, some of us who are vaccinated are still wearing their masks out of respect for the ones who didn't. Then you got different opinions about, well, it was their choice. Yeah,
Yeah. So we're all,
a
that's
little bit of tension.
pretty much how I've been feeling and what I've been going through here at Courthouse Square. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's interesting, and just trying to be respectful to everyone is the goal. There's just a lot of feelings right now on many different sides. So yeah. All right. I motion to adjourn. And Cal, is that right? Sorry, I asked that
Yeah.
as a
Ask for a motion. Well, you know what? You don't have to because you don't have a quorum, so you can't. Yeah. So you can just say, meeting is over. I'll record the time.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I know that the whole crew does here. So meeting adjourned.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Have a
you
great
too.
week, guys.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.